Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Because I only give one video for you here. Nice to meet you in virtual learning. Keep healthy, and stay at home. Okay. Here we go on to the meeting 10. Our topic for today is about looking for an apartment. Okay, and based on our syllabus, for our topic today has three indicators. The first, I wanna you to understand about the expression of asking, plan, purpose, and intention, and of course how to respond of that. And the second one is how to explore the examples of the conversation. I'll give you the examples of conversation related to expression of asking and responding of plans, purpose, and intention. And the third one is I want you to understand the review verbs. Related to the review verbs here, just talk about the negative form and imperative form. I think it's easy for you to understand about the review verbs because in first semester you have learned about verbs, okay? Because verb related to the part of speech in part 1. Do you still remember about that, guys? Okay, thank you if you still remember about that. Okay, let's see. Okay, here the title is about the expression plans, purposes, and intention. Actually, our topic for today, it's the supporting material of our model here, because in model it just talk about the conversation, but here I'll give you a little bit of explanation about in expressing this one. Because in the conversation, there are some sentences in applied for this one. Okay, the first is about plan, okay, purpose, and intention. If we talk about this one, okay, these, and these, they have a little bit same in meaning, but in the court is what someone will do. Okay, plan, purpose, intention means like our plan for the future, our ambition for the future, our act for the future, means like that. Okay, so that's why I say that three of these have the same meaning. Okay, for example, like you wanna ask for the someone else, like what will you doing? Well, for example, like where are you going to go, for example. Okay, let's check. Okay, this one is about the expression, the expression of asking, plan, purpose, and intention. Here I'll give you some examples of sentence. For example, like for the first year, what are you going to do? Okay, any plan to our tasks? Are you thinking of our project? Do you have any intention of making a video for these tasks? Is it your intention to finish your study? That's about the question for the someone else when you wanna ask for them and ask about their plan, and ask about their purpose, and ask about their attention. Of course, you can use, for example, like this sentence. You can choose one, or maybe you wanna use 2 or more in your conversation. That's okay, it's up to you. Okay, The curve is you wanna know about the someone's plan in the future. You can do this one. Okay. For example, like I ask to your tax later. Yeah, I wanna know from your plan. Okay. Yeah, you must apply the expression in your sentence. Yeah. Yeah, using this one. Okay. And when you ask for the someone else related to this one, of course you must be respond. Okay, let's see for the response here. Okay, you can give your response like, I'm going to do my assignment after watching this video. I am planning to make my video in completing these tasks. Okay, sorry, I'm typo. This is I'm. Okay, and then I'll make an effort to understand this material. Maybe like your effort now, you must try to understand about my explanation. Okay, you can say this one for me for the third one. Or maybe I'm thinking of making my dialogue about this material. Maybe when I'll try to make you or ask you, the students must make your own dialogue for your task, yeah, and complete on time, yeah. So you can say that, okay, miss, I'm thinking of making my own dialogue about this material, miss. Yeah, you can say like that for me. Okay, that's about your plan after I ask the task for you. And the next, I reckon I finish this task on time. Of course, you can say like that for me, of course. I have every intention of visiting you after this class. Maybe you have a plan with your friends. Maybe, yeah, after this class you wanna go somewhere, or maybe you wanna go dinner, yeah, or you wanna go lunch. Yeah, you can say this one. I fully intend to study hard. It is my intention to make my parents happy. That's your planning. Yeah, start from now until the future. Okay, that's about your expressing when you give your responding for the someone else. Yeah, when the someone else try to ask about your plan, your purpose, your intention in the future. Okay, next. Okay, here I have the examples of the conversation. Let's check. Okay, actually this conversation is on our model, yeah, in chapter 10. It's about looking for an apartment. Here there are two persons, yeah. The first is John and the second one is James. And the situation for this dialogue is John and James will start their first semester at the University of Southern California soon. And they are trying to find an apartment before school starts. Okay, because I'm still single here, so I will read for you in two persons here. Start for John and then James, John, James, and so on until the end of the dialogue here. Okay, start now, yeah. John, hey James, what are you going to do here? And then James answer, sorry. I'm going to look for an apartment to rent. What will you do here? Looking for an apartment also? And then John, yes. Since my parents' house is so far away, I need to find an apartment closer to this campus. I thought you were going to stay at the campus dormitory. Then James, I still have not decided whether to stay at the dormitory or not. I am looking at different options to find the cheapest lodging. And then John, so what will you look for? And then James, all I need is a place big enough for my bed, my desk, and my television. Of course, the place should have a kitchen so that I can cook my meals. I will be living on a very tight budget and will have to watch every time. And then John, me too. I cannot work full-time like I did during the summer. I will cut down on my workload in order to spend most of the time on my studies. So, a safe and decent apartment is all I need. And then James asked then to John, how long have you been looking? And then John answered, I just started this week. Since school is going to start next month, I figured I better start the process as soon as possible. And then James responded, it is not easy to find an apartment to your liking that does not cost a lot. I have been looking at the ads in the newspaper for 2 weeks, and I still have not found anything yet. And then John, really? Is it that difficult to find an apartment? And then James, no, it is just that everything I like so far is too expensive and way beyond my reach. And then John, is it because they are very close to campus? I heard that the closer they are to campus, the higher the rental costs. James, maybe that's the problem. Since I do not have a car, I need to find something close to campus. And then John, have you thought about sharing an apartment? If you want, we can find a 2-bedroom apartment and share it. It may be cheaper that way. And then James, that could solve our problem. John, wait. Maybe we should talk this over before we decide. And then James, right. For this plan to succeed, we need to come out with some sort of agreement or set of rules. And then John, here is my first question. What do you do during the weekdays? And then James, I have to work at Starbucks from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. And then I have to study from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. And after that, I plan to go home at dinner and work on my assignment. How about you? And then John, well, I have class from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. And then I go to the library to work until 2 p.m. And after that, it is school again until 4 p.m. And I plan to stay at campus until 6 p.m. to work on my computer projects. And then go home to work on my underclasses assignments. And then James, it is my turn to ask the second question. Do you plan to have your friends over at the apartment very often? John, no, not on weekdays. I want to finish my homework during the weekdays as much as possible. I think half of my weekend will also be reserved for my homework. If my friends do stop by, it will probably be during the weekend. And then James, good. I plan to do the same things during the school time. I also plan to visit my parents during the weekend. My mom is a great cook. And then John. My parents' house is too far to visit once a week. I will go home to see them and my little brother during the holidays. I need to be happy with whatever foods I cook. And then James, it seems that sharing an apartment with you may work. Do you want to try it? And then John answered, yes. Let's go in, take and look at this one. Yeah, that's the examples of our looking for an apartment here. And here I'll give the color of yellow and a blue, and of course the bold and the bold, yeah, and the underlined one. The first for the yellow one here, you can use this one, yeah, for the first, like what are you going to do here? Okay, the first, what are you going to do here? What will you do here? Wow, what will you look for? And then, have you thought about the sharing an apartment? For sentence here is the examples of asking of planned, yeah, purpose and intention. Here John asks to James about his plan, yeah, his plan here. And the next one for the blue one is the response, yeah, like I'm going to look for blah blah blah, and then all I need blah 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 blah, and so on, yeah. And then if you find the word of will, yeah, for example like this one, will have to, okay, and then this one I will go home, yeah, this is the kinds of plan, of course, yeah. If we relate it to the tenses, yeah, we can see the tenses for the expressing of asking, planned, purpose and intention in applying for the future tense. In the future tense, you must apply the auxiliary verb of will and shall, and then to be going to. But you must make the difference and compare between three of these, yeah. About will and shall is same, okay, but the dominant subject in using of will, yeah, all of the subject, yeah, in English subject, there are 7 subject, yeah, in English. I, you, we, they, he, she, it, okay. All of the subject, yeah, can use will, yeah, but the dominantly for the auxiliary of shall for I and we, okay. And the next one about to be going to and will and shall, it is a little bit different, yeah, in little bit different. If you make your plan, yeah, you have a plan and you can agree that your plan is must do, okay, like 100% lah kita katakan, ya kan. Yeah, you can use be going to, be there, yeah, it depends on the subject, okay. If the subject is you, so in your sentence you must you are going to, okay. And then if your sentence use she is going to, okay. So be here you must change into to be, okay, depends on the subject, is followed. Okay, that's about the to be going to. So the difference between to be going to and will and shall is in applied and you realize that you wanna do or not in your future. Okay, 100% for be going to, but if you just say inshallah like that, you can use will or shall. Okay, yeah, that's about our topic for today. Thank you. I think that's all for today. After this one, I'll give you a task. Yeah, you can check your task. Thank you. See you next time. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.